What's going on, Influx investors? This is your boy Casino Dave here with another edition of Casino Dave's Weekly Bets. Now, this is the first episode that I'm going to be putting exclusive for Influx members this week. If you're an exclusive Influx member, do not share this video with anybody, please. Next week, it's going to be going public, so you can share it at that point. And these are the moves that, I'm going to be making, and also a little bit looking towards the future. At the end of this video, I'll be getting more into that protection for all of you guys with your moves. So, first two stocks that I want to look at are going to be MGM and EVRI. Both of these stocks go hand in hand. MGM, it's the casinos, MGM Grand, Excalibur, all those spots in Vegas where Casino Dave just loves to go out there and have a blast, and play the slot machines. EVRI is the company that provides all of the electronic slot machines for Las Vegas. Gambling's back, people are gambling. People have been waiting to gamble during this virus. They want to get out there, have fun. They're doing it right now. So I see a lot of contracts popping up with these companies. It's good. They're going to be doing well for these next couple weeks. We got to be careful though. Things are going to switch up in the future, but I'll get into that later. So the next two stocks that I'm looking at is CVX and Oxy. I'm going to hop into Oxy first. I'm going to pull up a chart right now for Oxy. I want everybody to take a look at this. So Oxy basically dumped really bad. This is a petroleum company. It dumped super bad during, COVID, and then it took 2 days for that rally to happen for it to go to the bottom. Then we were ranged right here. Nothing really happened. Not a lot of action. And then boom, look at that. This is the last 2 days. That thing's rallying. It's about at 50% of where it was back at 34 is where this high was. Now, this high over here, it could potentially rally back up. If I see a lot of interest still going in here, people are still buying, I'm going to want to enter probably around 24 or 26, and then my target's going to be around 34. I'm probably going to be buying some out of the money. Today I made $1,000 off of out of the money puts on this thing, but I dumped everything because when I go that far out of the money, if I secure profit, I dump it and walk away because I'm not willing to lose everything. But I'm going to look at it tomorrow, might make another day trade out of it, might see a good entry point like I said right there. Unless it already beats it at open, then different story, but I'll get into that in my blog tomorrow. So next chart I want to pull up, Chevron. So check this thing out right here. The thing about Chevron that I noticed when I look at their charts is that they always tend to find resistance and support at psychological levels. Now, psychological numbers. So check this out. Broke through 100. It usually sits at, 100, 95, 90, 85, 80. So when we're looking at it, it's right now at 103. And there's a lot of buying on there. A lot of people are interested in this. Gas is going back up. You see, Oxy go up like crazy. So I think if we break through the resistance of 105 and it finds support at 105, potentially it's going to break 110. So I'm looking at, some out of the money calls, probably around the 110 strike. Not sure though about the expiration because I want to see how this thing performs tomorrow. If there's a lot of buying action on here and my indicators are telling me what I want to know, or what I want to hear, I'm going to buy in on this thing and, be looking for that nice pump. So next thing that I want to get into for all of you guys, I just showed you 4 positions that you might want to get into, or not 4 positions, but I mean 4 stocks that are going up. We got EVRI, MGM, CVX, and Oxy. Okay. I hope that works out well. I have no idea what's going on this thing. So if my finger's in the wrong place, I'll work on that. So check this out. COVID is no joke. I want everybody to know this. I'm going to pull up an uptrend that I want everybody to see. Right here, we got 18,000 new cases yesterday. Deaths aren't looking too bad yet. How does this affect the stock market? Well, last time the cases were going up, didn't really affect the stock market. Once the deaths followed and they started shutting things down, that's what affected the stock market. A lot of people are saying, well, start buying puts. start selling off. That's not the way I want to think. I want to stay positive. There are a lot of stocks that are COVID proof. If you're not a member, you have to join to see this. I'm going to share a couple of these stocks today that are COVID proof and explain why they are COVID proof. And these are basically stocks that I think will continue to stay bullish or will barely be affected by COVID. The first stock that I want to pull up is going to be Wingstop. And this isn't just because I love wings. Now, looking at Wingstop, we see its all-time high pre-COVID. It was okay. I mean, it was good, and then bam, COVID hit and it went down just like everything else did. And then look at where it returned to though. During COVID, it shot all the way up. It broke its all-time high. This stock is doing better than it has ever done, ever. In the entire history of Wingstop, it's doing better. Now, why? Because they are a smart company. Wingstop right now, what they are doing is setting up these little kiosks with barely any overhead where you can just go up, pick up your wings, and, in a world where, there's no outdoor dining, overhead is something that you don't need. A lot of restaurants still have an entire restaurant they're paying rent for, and these guys figured it out during that time. They ran these experimental kitchens, and then it works even in a non-COVID world because people will still be buying their wings and they're saving tons of money. So they're doing great. They're smart. They got DoorDash partnered with them right now, doing all their deliveries. You can actually order directly from wingstop.com, and then it'll automatically throw a DoorDash order your way. So I think that one's pretty safe. The next stock is going to be Zoom. I mean, come on, everybody could have guessed that. Zoom's popping now. Everybody loves Zoom. It's going up like crazy. Or it went up like crazy during the virus, and then now that things are reopening, people are still using it. They still have those subscriptions. It's probably going to go down a little bit, but if that happens again, expect Zoom to pop. People are going to re-up their subs. Then the next thing I'd be looking at would be the SPY puts. Now this is once we have an indicator in the news that people are going to start worrying. I would wait on these for a couple of weeks. Maybe, the SPY's rallying right now. I think it's possibly going to break its all-time high. I think SPY is going to continue to go up. It's going to continue to be bullish. Right now, I actually have a call position targeting above that all-time high because I think it's going to break it personally. I'm probably wrong, but I really think it might break that. And once I start seeing on the news people saying, deaths or that type of thing, and I hope that doesn't happen, but, we got to be prepared for the worst. As traders, we don't want to take losses, so we have to, think about the worst possible situation that can happen. We want to be looking at puts. We're going to be getting together a list, me and Sebastian, of all the, best stocks that performed during COVID and the ones that we think would stay strong in a post-COVID world. Because going into this thing back in March, we had no idea what the heck was going to go down, what was going to go up. And now that we've seen it happen, we can identify the patterns. We can see, okay, what businesses were smart, what businesses were bad, what businesses are going to tank too, on the other hand. We should be working on, identifying those types of things because that's what we're all about. We're all about trying to predict what's going to happen next based on information that we have. Anybody has any questions about my technical analysis, go ahead, send me a message. Thank you, Influx traders, for tuning in. Anybody else that isn't an Influx trader, maybe you're watching this video, a week later than I was getting it out. Send me a message on Instagram. If you want to join our trading group, we're doing this every day. We're consistently trading. We're trying to get better. We're trying to be the best that we can because we want to create wealth. And we don't just want to create it for ourselves. We want to share it with everybody because the more heads we have looking at the same problem or the same the same thing, we get more input, we get more feedback, we get more effective with our trading. So thanks for tuning in to Casino Dave's Weekly Bets. Y'all have a great week. And casino, I don't know, I don't have a catchphrase yet. I'm gonna think of one though.